Hi, I'm Joseph Matashak with Superkey Real Estate Group. I'm sitting with my close friend Brian Shu. We're going to tell you about an extremely rare and incredible opportunity in the Trinity-Bellwoods neighborhood. We're here to talk about a new development.
Great. Here we are at the 1200, right at the sales office. This actually used to be the beer store. So we're actually, if you can hear the echo, it's a huge site. It's at Oxington and Dundas.
Brian, can you tell us more about this area and why this is such a rare opportunity for our buyers?
This is the only opportunity you have in the next decade. The last condo project in this area was 7 years ago. Because we do deal with zoning applications and we know all the information, right? In the next 5 years, there is no applications. So which means that in this decade, this is your only opportunity to purchase in a Trinity-Bellwoods neighborhood.
It's very clear to me that new inventory rather, is extremely scarce here. You can see that just from a quick scan of the MLS system, what's available in terms of new condos for rent or new condos for sale, and there's very little. And I've noticed that even throughout the pandemic, rent rates in this neighborhood, as well as sale prices, have remained very robust and intact. Why do you think that is?
Well, it's very simple. It's as simple as supply and demand. Well, there is no supply here, so there's very high demand. So you're absolutely right. Compared to all the other locations, Queen West, King West, the Core, Bay Port,
CityPlace.
Correct. All those places have massive condos. There's probably 20, 30, 40, 50 towers each with 400 units each. In this location, if you look 360, this is the only one.
Yeah.
And even though it's the only one, we only have 115 suites.
Yeah, and what a stark difference when looking at, the appeal of the neighborhood, like the actual location, the culture. Look how rich and vibrant this neighborhood is, especially in comparison to something like CityPlace or Liberty Village.
Well, this is a real neighborhood. This is the neighborhood where people that live downtown and grew up downtown want to be in. I grew up here, so I know that all my friends still live here. A lot of people that actually live in Toronto after a while, they end up here.
Brian, I've heard incredible things about this developer, Fieldgate. Can you tell us a bit more?
Well, Fieldgate's been in the business for over 60 years.
Because they were Fieldgate, and now they have become Fieldgate Urban in the more densified areas of the city, is that right?
Correct. So Fieldgate Urban is a division of Fieldgate Homes. So Fieldgate Homes, I'm sure actually a lot of your audience live in a Fieldgate home property, or your family does. I have family, I have friends that actually live in a Fieldgate homes. They've done over 20,000 homes across the GTA.
What a track record.
Yeah, so they are one of the more reputable and bigger builders out there in all of GTA. This division that they've created for a few years now actually likes to focus on the end user products. It likes to focus on the actual end person that's living in the product. And they really strive on that. And they want to make sure that everybody lives here, gets a good layout, a good suite, and is very comfortable. And how we try to achieve that is with the amenities.
I believe in that philosophy because I've always understood that even from an investment perspective, if these homes are built for life, they're built to be lived in, they're built to accommodate the end user, the investors will get so much more value from it ultimately. Their rent rates will be higher, their vacancies will be slimmer, or,
next to none.
Next to none, hopefully, and likely, considering the scarcity of supply and what a rare product this will be.
Correct. So a lot of our units are actually in the 500s and 600,000s. So I would say 60% of our building is under 600,000. So with a very minimal deposit of 20%, you can purchase in this building.
And that's music to my ears. At Superkey, we are heavily involved in assisting first-time homebuyers, and we see their struggle in a lot of cases, especially when that price point exceeds the 600,000 mark. When the banks look at individuals who are not making, over $150,000 as a household a year, all of a sudden they're not able to afford much over 600,000. When you look at the scarcity of supply in this neighborhood, and you look at how robust the lease rates have been, or the sale prices, even throughout COVID, I think it makes a lot of sense to investors when purchasing a unit here. I think your pro forma is going to be good. I think the investment will perform well looking at those lease rates.
course. Like I personally own some properties here as well, and during COVID, the rental rates were just fine.
Well, listen, Brian, thank you so much for your insights. It's been a pleasure being here with you and your team. Superkey thanks you and looks forward to working with you throughout the duration of the sales program.
Thank you guys. Stay tuned.
I gotta do the goodbye one more time.